Katchatheeve Island was ceded to Sri Lanka, stirring a fresh controversy. Now, Prime Minister now criticized the Congress once again, asserting that the UPA regime ceded the Katchatheeve Island to Sri Lanka. Earlier, Chief Minister Stalin had rejected the allegations by Prime Minister Modi that Tamil Nadu fishermen were being attacked by the island countries' navies. Now, the Prime Minister has said that has leveled the blame on the Congress for ceding the island to the foreign countries. Meanwhile, as many hope for its symbolic return to the country, the island was ceded by the Indian administration under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi to Sri Lanka in 1974 in an act of bilateral largesse. So the island, since the outbreak of the Lankan Civil War in 1983, became the crownless battleground for combat between Indian Tamil fishers and Sinhala-dominated Lankan Navy. The island has become, a battleground for combats between Tamils and Sinhalese Lankan Navy. It was ceded during the administration of former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1974, and now, almost 50 years later, the Prime Minister has attacked the Congress for giving away Indian territory, the Katchatheeve Island, to Sri Lanka. It was once a part of the Ramnath Zamindari, viewers. Meanwhile, my senior executive editor Abhishek Kapoor joins us on this story. Good morning, Abhishek. The Prime Minister has once again attacked the Congress for ceding the Indian territory, the island of Katchatheeve, to Sri Lanka. What's your take on that?
Well, you see, Kriti, this is basically an RTI application done by Tamil Nadu BJP President K. Annamalai. And he had sought details about the Katchatheeve Island and when the decision was taken by whom, in what circumstance and context of letting go of India's claim to the Katchatheeve Island to Sri Lanka, which happens to be about 20 kilometers off India's coast between India and Sri Lanka, just about 2 square kilometers land territory. Earlier, the Indian Navy used to sort of carry its exercises, etc., and effectively had a base, but it was a contested territory. In 1974, as it comes out of the RTI application of Annamalai, the then government of Prime Minister Indira Gandhi handed over the ownership of Katchatheeve to Sri Lanka. Maybe they would have thought at that time that this is in the interest of bilateral India-Sri Lanka relationship. But what is interesting is that the historical fact of Jawaharlal Nehru, in fact, setting the stage with the kind of comment he made and a noting he made in the file where he said that he would have no problem giving or ceding that island to Sri Lanka. So obviously the Sri Lankan establishment would have had that institutional memory of the Indian government in New Delhi not being very possessive or keen on persisting with its ownership, and that's why I think the persistence of Sri Lanka paid. But what is important is the Prime Minister now speaking on the issue and saying that this is clearly a reflection on the manner in which the Congress party has traditionally dealt with these kind of issues, and Prime Minister calling it eye-opening and shocking. This is, of course, important in the context of Tamil Nadu in the general elections that we are heading into, and the Prime Minister has really put center stage the sentiments which might be there on the ground in terms of the fishing community or fishermen, fishing community, or communities around the Tamil Nadu coast, and how they have been disadvantaged because of Katchatheeve Island having been given to Sri Lanka. But if you look at the larger context, obviously this is also a Congress position which has led to a situation where most of our problems today, be it in Ladakh vis-a-vis China, be it in Kashmir vis-a-vis Pakistan or Pak-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, and the Katchatheeve Island in this case with Sri Lanka, though of course it's not a contested territory anymore, but it essentially shows how the Nehru Gandhi.
BJP is addressing the media ahead of the India Alliance rally. Let's straight cut to that.
भ्रष्टाचार छुपाओ कि सभी भ्रष्टाचारी एक दूसरे का साथ देते हुए भ्रष्टाचार के भाईचारे में एक साथ हैं। और ये मैं अभी आपको बता रहा हूं, परिवारवाद के कुछ नए आयाम, परिवारवाद के कुछ नए स्वरूप